Hello everyone, welcome. It's Wednesday. This is Sabrina. Welcome to Be a Diamond Mindset, and I am your success and manifestation coach, your guide and facilitator for this week. And today is the last installment of our masterclass for this week for the Your Vision is Your Future challenge. And so if you've made it this far, congratulations. I am really and truly happy for you. You know, it is important to commit to overall learning and personal growth and development. So as per usual, if you are hopping on, please say hello. Let me know that you're here. Yesterday, there was a little bit of a glitch and I didn't see any live comments. So if I'm not seeing live comments today, I will be sure to go back around and reply to anything that you are saying here within this particular live. So please say hello, let me know that you're here, ask questions, participate, and let us know where you're watching from as well, especially if this is the first time that you have caught one of my live video trainings here in the group. So today we are on day 3, and we are going to be talking about living, an abundant life. And what does that really mean? And I'm going to share with you some of the common blocks that you might, experience in terms of attracting abundance and living abundantly. And then we're also going to discuss, certain strategies of how you can really and truly embrace abundance into your lifestyle. I am going to be doing a special treat for you today. I am going to be facilitating a visualization. So be sure to stick around for that. And then after the visualization, I am also going to be sharing a very, very important announcement. So we have a jam-packed training session. First and foremost, I wanted to check in. I wanted to check in with each and every one of you. How is the homework going? How are you finding, the worksheets? How are you finding, the tasks that I am assigning with each live video? How is it going for each and every one of you? I'm just going to take a peek here to see. Okay, let's see here. So how is it going in terms of your homework? I'd really like to hear from you. At the beginning of the week, I had assigned a task of blessing and releasing. I am still waiting to see some of those videos here in this community. And if you want to go live, please go live. Share your experience. That is quite the cathartic experience. And so I would highly, highly recommend. Now, I also wanted to check in terms of the prep for the vision board. How is that going for each and every one of you? Remember, you want to continue to work on your vision and on your goals, okay? You want to collect those images. You want to collect words. You want to think about sensory triggers where you'll be able to attach emotion to your vision board so that you can come prepared when we have our virtual vision board party. Please remember to register for that. The link is here in this video. The breakthrough calls, they are going fantastically. I don't know if that's a word, but I've just made it up. And so I would highly encourage you, if you have not taken advantage of a breakthrough activation call, this is free and it's included in this training. So just drop call in the comments below or reach out to myself or Jordana or Julia, and we will ensure that we get that set up for you as part of this training. And lastly, my pre-order is going strong for Momming Hard. You only have until June 28th to secure yourself an advanced copy, so let me know if you are interested. Okay, so being abundant, what does that really and truly mean? Being abundant begins first and foremost with feeling abundant. Whatever we're thinking about, whether it's money, time freedom, travel, relationships, whatever we think about, all of those things, it leads to how we feel about it. And that feeling, it gives off an energy. And that energy will either support your abundant capacity or it will hurt it. Because energy is like currency. It's an important concept to kind of try to grasp. If we want to use our energy to achieve anything in our life, then we need to clean up our thoughts about it. We need to clean up our thoughts about it. And if we are open and we begin to investigate our beliefs and mindset around, money, time, travel, what it means to be in a healthy relationship, what it means to be at peace with our body and have a healthy lifestyle, if we start to really focus on that, we can then clear the blocks regarding it, and we will then become more abundant, and we will attract that which we desire into our life. This is one of the key steps to manifestation. We need to clear up our thoughts. We need to clear up our thoughts so that it then impacts our overall energy that we emit into the world. And so the first step to clearing those blocks is to become conscious of them. And that is a lot of the work that we've been doing here this week, really digging deep and trying to figure out our paradigms and what is not serving us. So we have to look at these paradigms. We have to understand them first before we can change them. So 3 of the biggest blocks that I have found for myself and in my work with clients throughout the years to really achieving abundance are this. The first one is a lack mentality. Okay? So what does that really mean? It means that you may feel or you may believe that you will never have enough, that you will never be enough, or that there is too much lack in the world. So people who languish in this mentality, who sit in this mentality, they are convinced that they will never achieve abundance. They're convinced it will never happen to them. They're constantly seeking and struggling to feel secure. So if you carry this belief system of lack, that's okay. That's okay. You need to look at this mentality without judgment. You need to understand why you have it. You need to look at the triggers for it. And then you need to change it into something more positive. If you can relate to having a lack mentality, drop lack in the comments below. And again, I'm not seeing any of your comments, but I will ensure that I come back around and respond to all of them. The second block to really achieving an abundant lifestyle that I have found is the belief, this is specifically around money. It's the belief that having money makes you either better or less than others. So there's 2 ways that you look at it. So it makes you feel that you might believe that if you have a lot of money, you are superior to others in some way. For example, you're smarter or you've worked harder. You might also fear having money because you associate it with negative qualities. This is a big one. This one was a big one for me. So you may have a story that says, I don't want to be seen that way. I don't want to be seen as that rich person. I don't want to be seen as someone who has had it easy. Do any of those sound familiar to you? People who place importance on money see themselves as inferior if they don't have a certain amount of money. And those who do have a lot of money they can't enjoy it because then they have a fear of losing it. So that is the second block, the belief that having money either makes you better or less than others. The third is that you have a belief that there's not enough to go around of whatever it is, X, Y, Z. There's just not enough to go around for everyone. So people with this block, you might believe that there's a limit to your earning capacity, for instance. You might believe that there's a limit to how much or how often or where you can travel to, or that it's based on external factors to yourself. So this belief system, you see the world in a zero-sum way. If one person has more, then the other person has to have less. That's how you see it. You see that only a certain number of people can be abundant, not everybody. So the belief that there's not enough to go around really gets revved up by what's happening in the world around you. This pandemic was a clear example of feeding into our fears and our blocks, our paradigms, our limitations. Perfect example. Because you tell yourself that your capacity to be abundant, it depends on something that is external to you. It's outside of yourself. You do not have control over it. It's a big one. So now that we understand some of these more common blocks to abundance, I want to shift. In discussing how do we cultivate an abundant lifestyle so that we can tap into, this power of manifestation, of using our energy, of using our talents, our abilities, our gifts. How can we tap into that? So the first strategy is auto-suggestions and affirmations. I practice this on the daily. It is part of my morning routine. And if I am having a difficult day, I make sure to practice affirmations throughout my day, and then I end the day with it as well. Do any of you practice affirmations? If you do, let us know below and how it's impacted you. So this practice involves creating positive statements about yourself and then verbally repeating these. And I would highly recommend doing this in front of a mirror if possible, because that holds a lot of impact if you are speaking to yourself. And so what you do is you verbally repeat this until your subconscious mind adopts the idea. It's all in repetition, all in auto-suggestion. Because if your subconscious mind begins to accept this idea, you are going to start feeling a certain way, and then you're going to start behaving a certain way. And then it's just a ripple effect because you're motivated and you want to continue. So this builds upon, what I spoke about in regards to our conscious mind and our subconscious mind. If we keep feeding our subconscious mind with negative thoughts, we will believe the negative thoughts. So you need to retrain your brain. It's like an athlete training for a marathon. Through repetition, you are creating positive thought habits and replacing your old habits, those core beliefs, those paradigms that you have. Second, gratitude practice. I will say this over and over and over again. How many of you have started using that template in your workbook and started doing a gratitude practice? Drop gratitude in the comments below. You need to also take this one step further though. You need to attach the emotion to this habit. Unemotional words, they will have no influence on your subconscious mind. They will have no influence. Okay, so it's not enough just to repeat it. You have to be in the spirit. You have to be in the spirit of the repetition, or else it just becomes a mechanical task. So this refers to having that burning desire or passion for what it is, that you wish to do. Gratitude helps to place you in this higher frequency of energy, and it is a compound effect. You will begin to notice, if you do it consistent and you do it daily, you will begin to notice a compound effect in your life. Thirdly is visualization. Many people aren't really aware of how powerful visualization can be in their lives. In fact, many of us are also doing plenty of visualizations every day. We're not aware of it. That's the problem. Most of us are doing visualizations to create a life that we do not want because we're not being intentional about it. So we're often using it to imagine the worst possible outcome. Or we're using it to worry about the future. So if you're doing that, you are unintentionally bringing negativity into your life. I want you to remember a time when you worried so much about something that it actually happened. Has this ever happened to you? That is probably a really good example of using visualization to create the life that you do not want, right? So how do we do it? How do we practice visualization? Well, we have to know what we want. That's part of what we're doing here in this training. We're figuring out what our vision is, what our purpose, what our goals are. You have to describe it in as much detail. You have to attach the emotions and the feeling to it, and then you have to experience whatever you want, whatever that outcome is that you desire. You have to experience it as if it's already been achieved. That is the important piece. So you have to have a burning desire to be and do. This is the starting point from which your dreams will take off. This is the starting point. And in order to cultivate a burning desire, you need to nurture it. And you nurture it through your faith, through having a clear vision and creating an abundant energy. So here's the thing. Your subconscious mind will accept anything given to it. It will accept anything, as long as you're giving it to it in absolute faith and in repetition with emotion. It needs to be presented over and over and over again in order to change your core beliefs. And so I want to pause a moment here. I want to pause, and I want us to actually practice a very short and quick visualization. And I'm going to facilitate it for each and every one of you. And what I want to say is not everybody will be able to clearly visualize this picture in their mind. And that's okay. It takes practice, and visualization is different for every single person. It may be that you have thoughts that are coming into your mind rather than actual pictures. You may get synopsis, like little pieces of pictures. That's okay. The important part is that you are clear on what you want and that you attach emotion to it. Get into the feeling of it. That is the important part. And so right now, I want you to get comfortable. I want you to get comfortable sitting. It would be best if you're sitting up with your feet kind of on the floor. If you want to go barefoot so that you feel the floor beneath you to help ground you. And I want you to take your hands and put them palm up onto your lap, because that allows you to be open. It allows you to receive. Okay, I'm going to play some music. Let me know if that's okay. All right, we're sitting comfortably, palms on our lap facing up. And I want you to close your eyes when you're ready. We're going to take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. We're going to take another deep breath in and out. And I want you to continue this deep breathing. And as you are breathing out, I want you to imagine releasing all the tension. Your shoulders are falling back. And continue with your deep breathing. Now I want you to imagine that there is a ball of white, warm energy floating above your head. And this ball of warm energy begins to float over your head, over your face, down your neck and your shoulders, relaxing you all the while, every place it touches. You are continuing to breathe in and out as this ball of energy flows over your chest, your arms, your core, down through your hips and your thighs. Continue breathing in and out. The energy is flowing over your knees and your calves and out through your toes. You are now centered and relaxed. Now I want you to picture in your mind, either with images or words, and go to that place where you have all of your goals achieved. I want you to go to that place where you have the time freedom that you desire, where debt and money is no longer a concern. You are in healthy, loving relationships. If you're a parent, you have a healthy boundary relationship with your children. Your body is nourished. You love your body and you're leading a healthy lifestyle. Maybe you're traveling far off places. I want you to really imagine this in your mind. Perhaps you have a home, a farm, or on the water. I want you to imagine what that would feel like. The wind coming through the windows, the birds chirping. If you're by water, the sea salt in the air. Who are you with? Your family, your friends, your loved ones. Maybe you're celebrating. Imagine all of this in your mind. Now I want you to take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, start to feel the emotions of what this would feel like if you have achieved everything that your heart desires. Are you feeling happy? Are you feeling at peace, in awe? I want you to really and truly think about those things. Are you proud? Are you proud of your accomplishments? Get into those emotions. And now I want you to find a mirror. Could be a mirror on the wall, a reflection as you're looking in the lake or in the ocean. I want you to look at yourself in that mirror. And I want you to say to yourself, I am proud of all I have accomplished. I am a worthy individual of everything that I have achieved. I am walking in my purpose. Take a moment to wrap your arms around yourself. Take a deep breath in and out. Release your arms back on your lap. And that warm ball of energy is now traveling back up through your body, over your legs and thighs, over your core, over your heart, your shoulders, your neck, and back up over your head. Take a deep breath in and out. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. How are you feeling? What are you thinking? I know for me, I always get goosebumps, especially when I attach the emotion to what it would feel like. I hope that this has given you a sense of how powerful it can be. And it doesn't take that long to do a visualization. If you do this every day, I guarantee that you will begin to see shifts in your life. You know, there is an old Chinese proverb, and it says the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. And then it says the second best time is now. So yes, if we had planted those seeds 20 years ago, you know, we would have had a full-grown tree to provide us with shade, to provide us with fruit. But if we don't plant that tree now, 20 years in the future, we'll still be standing in the sun, unable to reap the rewards of the fruit that tree could have grown. So you need to focus on what you can do now, here, in the present moment. So this masterclass has led you to this point. We have been laying the foundation to support you in making long-lasting change. However, if I'm being honest, really and truly, taking 3 to 5 day trainings here and there, it's not going to necessarily move you towards that quantum leap that you are desiring in your life. Personal growth and development is important, and it needs to be lifelong and consistent. The groundwork laid here this week will only be successful if you follow it with decisions and with actions. You need to follow. So are you ready to make a decision? Are you ready to make that decision and to take action on it? Some of you have attended some or all of my trainings, and for some of you, this may be the first time. You have found yourself here for a reason. The universe has led you here because you have a calling in your very being. In your very being. Enrollment is now open for my Be a Diamond coaching packages. As of today, it's live. There are limited spots available for this enrollment period. My coaching program has specifically been designed by myself with over 20 years experience as a certified cognitive behavioral therapist and a graduate from the highly esteemed Thinking into Results program through the Proctor Gallagher Institute. I practice from a holistic perspective, and I work with you one-on-one. I challenge you. I make you feel uncomfortable in order to illuminate your limitless potential. So both of my individualized coaching programs are now $200 off with this enrollment period. Both have so many extras and accountability mechanisms that will blow you away. But to top it off, I have decided to offer a promotion that has only been offered one other time. If you purchase the Your Diamond Mindset 6-week individual coaching program, you will receive my popular Becoming a Diamond signature course absolutely free at no cost to you. The details regarding the enrollment packages will be posted in the group following this live, and there are limited spots available. So when I made the decision to invest in myself almost 2 years ago, I was like you. I had all the fears, worries, the self-doubts. I was not sure how I was going to actually be able to afford it and make this investment. All those worries, feeling like I was going to fail. It was going to be a waste of money. There is no waste of money when you are investing in yourself. Now, for me, there is no greater feeling than waking up every morning and truly loving all aspects of my life. Had I not made that decision, I would not be here with each of you today. It's like that old Chinese proverb. And so I will ask you again, are you ready to make a decision and allow me to join you on your journey? If you are, I want you to drop abundance in the comments below. So I will leave you with this. That visualization that you just completed, those emotions, that freedom that you experienced, and that sense of peace, that is waiting for you on the other side of your fears. It's waiting for you. The choice is yours. I appreciate each and every one of you. Sabrina.